Welcome to the Daily Collegiate Football video for the Penn State-Kent State game. Penn State wins it 24-0. I'm AJ Cassavell, joined by Brendan Monahan and Audrey Snyder. We're the Daily Collegiate Football writers. Not the most interesting of game, but a lot of notes today. There were a few personnel changes on defense, and I mean, Penn State's defense looked good. First shutout since homecoming last year against Minnesota. Talk about the way the defense performed today.
Defense performed very well, obviously. It was a shutout. And just a good bounce back from Alabama after letting up 24 points last week. And a couple of personnel changes, like you said. Jack Crawford didn't start, and neither did Eric Lattimore. It was Sean Stanley and Pete Mazzaro who start there. And also Andrew Daly got a couple time and safety on the base defense. And then Astorino, obviously, got some time in the nickel. So be interesting to see if these changes stay in effect and stuff like that.
Yeah, and in Joe's press conference, he said Astorino might still be a little banged up in the shoulder. Yeah. Moving over to the offensive side of the ball, every week we seem to be talking about Evan Royster, and whether it's something serious, he doesn't seem to be producing the way Stephon Green is. And today Stephon Green ran with some real authority, especially in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, Green was literally running people over today, and so once again, we're back to the whole, which back do you go with? And Joe said, Evan, he was a senior, so we didn't run him as much later on in the game. But at the same time, I mean, Green's hungry. He's ready to go. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with this run game as they kind of move forward, because you can only start one guy, but there's got to be a lot of touches to go around.
Yeah, you made a point this week about Alabama. The Alabama game was when they should have woken up. What can we make out of this 24-0 win over Kent State? How big of a win is this actually? They looked good on defense. On offense, they looked good in the first two quarters. What can we actually make of this game?
It's sort of hard to tell. I mean, we didn't really know much about Kent State coming in. They had a pretty good game the week before, but it really is hard to tell. I mean, the defense did play good. Bolden looked a little rattled at times, and the offense sort of stalled down in the second quarter halfway through the game. So, I mean, not much, maybe. It really is hard to tell.
It's really difficult. And the token question we have to ask in every video, Robert Bolden, assess his performance today.
Well, I mean, obviously the interceptions, wasn't a good thing. But, talking to Jay Paterno after the game, he said he was pretty pleased with the way things went overall, that over the headset after the second interception, he said, Rob was fine, he wasn't rattled. And so, I mean, obviously a lot of deep balls today. They really tried to stretch the field. Derek Moy had a pretty big day, career day for him. So, I mean, he was doing things well, but, I mean, you just gotta see. It's still, once again, it's Kent State, so it's tough to tell.
Yeah, Rob Bolden, we keep hearing about poise and composure. I mean, we don't know the kid. We just hear what we hear from these players. Maybe one day we'll get to talk to him. But for Brendan and Audrey, I'm AJ. Thanks for watching.